been a while since I've been here. Just been staying away from the markets because I usually like to stay away until FOMC comes out. There hasn't been anything that fit my model, so although I've been active looking at the markets, I haven't seen anything that was worth trading until just now. We are currently, it's Thursday, January 27th. We're in the New York session. We do have a news embargo of US dollar stuff coming out, but since FOMC, if we look at the dollar index, we have hit these equal highs. This trend line has been broken. Um, what does dollar want to do from here? We will find out. If we go into the 12-month, we are in a massive yearly consolidation, so nothing to be said from there. Same thing on the quarterly charts. Same thing on the monthly. However, what I did see on the daily for the USD CAD, and just to put my trade out there as soon as possible, I took a short, sort of against the grain for what dollar has been doing this whole week. And so just to show you what that trade is, I entered inside this order block. Took out this magnet. Entered here. Stop loss is here. Target 1, target 2. That's all I'm looking at for now. I'm not overly aggressive with it. 40 pip overall target for the most part. And the reason, couple of things why I see it like this. If we start from the daily chart, I guess since Michael has taught us in the free tutorial, we can talk about it. We've got the fair value gap. So that's the first thing. We've got a breaker. We haven't hit 50% of the breaker. Let's see if I can use the body. If we look at just the body of the breaker, it did hit the 50%. The tails and wicks are very small, so this is where majority of the accumulation was done. We're now in inversion level, and so this is the higher time frame idea. The daily liquidity is right here. So having said that, what I took was smart money reversal, low risk sell, and I'm targeting this low and this low. And I also have a small piece that I'm going to leave for right here, which is basically this fair value gap. Few other things that I keep in mind: the Canadian dollar is highly dependent on the strength of oil. If you look at oil futures contract on the daily, it is unforgivingly bullish. This is very, very aggressive. There isn't a lot of opportunity to get in. One of the things that I was looking at, again, I have personally an ETF that follows the price of oil that I'm currently invested in for at least the first half of this year. So this is a potential trade that I'm looking at, and not trade, but at least this is where I think oil is likely to go. Yeah, somewhere around here. So hitting potentially 100. Um, I'm very, very bullish. Just to give you a reason behind it, can't really talk about this portion, but just to show you the futures prices that include current month and next month out. Very, very bullish. Dollar isn't essentially giving us that same thing, but I am taking a trade against the grain based on these ideas. So let's see what happens. I'm not too aggressive, but for the most part, the sell model is accumulation, reaccumulation, smart money reversal, low risk sell, and then let's see if we get anything here. Um, you know, if dollar continues to stay strong, this is gonna go against me, but I've seen USD CAD many times not do what dollar wants to do. So, um, you know, this is the daily fair value gap. It's reacted, broken some short-term market structure. So right now, this is where I'm at. Inside that daily fair value gap, we've got the mitigation block. And inside that mitigation block, we've got this fair value gap. And this fair value gap has already been traded too, and we're good. So I don't want to see it go anywhere near this again. But to be safe, I did keep my stop loss here because I'm choosing to believe this is low risk sell in the market maker sell model. Why am I not holding all the way till potentially the daily low right here, the 1.2448? Because I don't really know if it's going to go all the way. I really don't. Dollar has to make a turn. I don't have reasons to believe yet that it's going to make a turn. So, this is the trade. Let's see what happens. Check back in shortly. And we're back. I was listening to the previous recording and I realized I didn't get to say my signature, so I'm going to say it now. It's Trader Sam, eh? So, looks like the trade has worked out. Not bad at all. This is what you want to see. This is the move that Michael always likes to talk about. The one that's fast, the one that's ready to go. It doesn't hang around too often, because the minute it hangs around too often, it's likely going to go and take your stop out or just consolidate. So this is it. This is looking like a market maker sell model, low risk sell, not too aggressive. If I go into dollar, now it looks like it may make a little short-term reversal, or who knows, maybe a reversal altogether. You never know. We're in January, power of 3. If you know what that is, who knows what we're going to be doing. So, regardless, doesn't matter. Just carve out a piece, as Michael says. Take a little piece, take a little piece, and I have essentially taken all of it. It's a nice comeback for me. I've been, one of the things that I struggle with as a trader is staying patient, and I feel like starting this YouTube video has helped me stay patient because I really want to make sure I take as little losing trades as possible. I also, sometimes my stop can be too short, but I'm not moving that. I like to stay above the swing high that I want to use as my anchor. when I don't get the anchor that I want, then I stay out of it. And I'm trying to use these videos to hold myself accountable to that. Um, you know, you can make rules, but who doesn't break their own rules when you don't have anyone supervising you? So, um, hoping the accountability that comes from making these videos, um, helps me. I'm really trying to help myself first before anyone else. But this is what I'm looking at. Euro, I had, you know, I have no way of trading this. Like, if we look at what happened at FOMC, fair value gap right here, exactly at the hour of FOMC. Um, right here, coming right on top into the fair value gap, right at the hour struck. So going into the 1 minute, came down, touched it again, and then boom. I wasn't active. I wasn't watching this. And one of the things I struggle with is knowing, like, how do I know that price isn't going to make a move above these highs? I always struggle with that. So moves like this, I don't really know how to do them, because it's a lot of small expansion, extra consolidation, and then another small expansion until it finally fell. And of course, what I wanted to take as a trade was after FOMC today, where I can get in here somewhere. But if I even, like, so what's today? The 26th, yeah, 27th. So 27th, right here. There's no way for me to get in this. Like, what am I gonna do? What's a 1 minute chart? You could, yeah, probably. A little fair value gap right here. Could have taken that at 6:15, but I didn't wake up at 6:15. I didn't wake up at 6:30. I generally don't. Of course, there's the IOF entry drill, but honestly, when I woke up this morning, once I saw this low get taken out, I was hands off on Euro. I was done. Like, I'm not trying to get in on any of this. Whatever it wants to do, it can do. We'll see what next week, which is NFP week, or the week after brings, and we go from there. So nothing on Euro. Pound, again, this looks like a sell model, but you know, it's a high resistance liquidity. So I don't want to trade this because it's not going to come there smooth. I mean, it's pretty smooth, but it's no guarantee. And again, I don't know how to trade this. Like, I don't like this stuff. So, for me, it's best I stay out of it. And then I, made a swing high into this fair value gap at 3 in the morning. I don't trade London, so I obviously didn't do that. And then New York came, just kept making lows, and I just, I wasn't sure. It could be this three drives pattern, 1, 2, 3. It came down, and now maybe it has broken a short-term market structure. So who knows? Now it maybe wants to take out this high for next week, maybe tomorrow, as a TGIF. So at the end of the day, I take what I like, what I want to see, and to me, unless I wanted to trade FOMC, even FOMC, it took out these highs, and I guess it's the if I was active in the market, I would have seen this, but I don't trade it, Michael tells me how to trade it, and I try really hard. I'm not good at it, but I try really hard to listen to Michael. So the trade I look for is the day after. Um, so it was today, and the only thing that I saw as a viable trade for what I like to see was USD CAD, and it's a trade that I don't even generally take. So still have last piece of profit that I need to take. I'm gonna move my stop loss at break even. Okay, so my stop loss has been moved to right here. That's where I remove my stop loss. I don't wanna. I wanna keep this as it is. I don't wanna mess around with this because this is where it originally was. I only moved the stop loss once this low got taken out, and now it's here. If it wants to come back and come back up here, maybe I'll take another trade. But right now, I've taken what I wanted. 44 pips, 45 pips. Can't ask for more than that. One good trade a week, and that's the end of that. Um, if anyone prefers that I talk about what I think the market's going to do, I can make videos outside of days that I'm trading, but to be honest, that's what Michael does, and I don't really want to get into Michael's toes in any way. So I think it's probably best I put up trades that I take, talk about it, and that's the end of that. Okay, so till next time, cheers. Okay, so it's still London close. My stop got taken out as soon as I stopped recording the previous video. However, I have taken another short. So I'm gonna allow, actually took it right here. My stop loss right here. Don't want to see a big retracement. I just want to see this be a London close retracement, taking me up to right here. Um, you know, keeping these targets alive. So essentially, this is one, and just below. Let me see, right here. Fair value gap. There you go. Okay, so below this low, those are my two targets. About a 35 pip trade to make up for the stop loss that I just took. And I'm taking 1/3 of the position that I've taken on this trade. So, manage the stop loss accordingly. Anyways, I am, my day job starts at 10 in the morning, so I gotta go. But just wanted to make sure I put this in there, and we'll see what happens.